When I say that I hate men, I am not being satirical. I'm not using it for comedic relief. I am not doing any of that. I mean it from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I hate them.
What you just saw is perhaps the most hateful woman I've ever come across online. And if you want to know what she really thinks about men and what should happen to them, stick around. Before we get into it though, take a second and hit that subscribe button because it really works wonders for the channel. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, we can get into the mess.
One of the main reasons that I think a lot of men feel isolated in the dating world is because they were told that being attractive comes down to money, your job, how you physically look in terms of being masculine. And I'm not saying women wouldn't find those things attractive. However, I have coached thousands of clients. And the one thing women always go back to is connecting emotionally with men. That is how they feel safe, secure, and find very attractive.
I don't doubt that the whole emotional connection thing is important when building a life with someone. But that comes after a woman's already become attracted to and invested in a guy. If a guy doesn't have the things that women generally find attractive in the early stages of dating, he's not going to get to the point in which having an emotional connection with them is important. If a guy leads with this whole emotional connection thing from day one, and that's just about the only thing he has going for himself, I promise you that he'll quickly find himself in the friend zone.
Can someone tell me why dating in the late 30s is so difficult? Like, I'm 39, 40 in April, and I went on a date on Saturday night, which I thought went really well. He asked to see me again on Sunday, to which I said, no, I've got a few things to do, kids' uniforms for school, cleaning, blah, blah, blah. I explained that Sundays are my sort of day that I have to do all that. So then he asked if he could see me tonight. And I said, yeah, brilliant, and he said, fine. He said, brilliant, I'll think of something for us to do. So then earlier on, I messaged and said, oh, there's a film on at the cinema that I would really like to go and see. How about it? To which I then got a message back. I don't really think this is for me. I want to see if I can find something a bit more. I'm not getting any younger. I know what I want, and you're just not it.
That's gotta hurt.
And I think, well, fair enough, he's been honest. But then why ask if I want to go out again? And I just don't understand why it's so difficult. I really don't. So, any tips or anything, throw them away. Come on, come at me. Like, let's be real. What is it guys want from a woman these days? Because I just cannot seem to find the answer. Not that I would change who I am for a man, but, I just seem to be stuck in this cycle of dating men, and them only either wanting one thing or trying to see what else is out there. I don't get it. Anyway, have a good day.
I can only assume that something happened between him saying that he'll think of something for them to do and her suggesting that they go to the cinema. And unfortunately, I can't really come up with anything that I can honestly stand by, aside from the fact that maybe he had second thoughts about being with someone who has kids because it seems like he'd never be a priority, which probably isn't what he wants from day one of them getting to know each other. But do you guys have any ideas? Let me know in the comments. As for the other men she's been seeing who are apparently only after one thing, that's not something she should be surprised by when it comes to dating these days, because it's just a part of the experience.
Oh, wait, good. That's my point. I don't want a normal one. I want like a high-functioning one, like a premiere package, or like sport mode, like high-tech, right? You normal ones, you kind of freak me out. I'm good.
The thing is, when women say that they want these sorts of men, it's like they never ask themselves, does this kind of man want me? I don't really see the problem with average people dating average people. And truth be told, I doubt most women are ready to handle being with a guy who's high value and in high demand, which seems to be what she's describing in this video. And when you go through the comments on this clip, it's just a bunch of other women co-signing what she's saying, But again, do these super desirable men even want them for anything more than a quick hookup, if that? Just like men have to be realistic with their standards when it comes to finding a woman to do life with, I think these women who are terminally online need to start doing the same.
Okay, so I haven't dated anybody in 3 years. I finally decided I'm gonna put myself out there, start meeting people. These men are weak. These men are soft, okay? They don't text you, they don't call you, they like your Instagram post. It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What planet is everybody on? Why are girls allowing men to act like this to them? Absolutely not. No, go waste your time with a 20-year-old. Like, they'll probably be happy to give your attention. Oh, somebody's here for me. It's not a date.
The reason why these guys aren't making a move is probably because they don't think it's worth their time. And I can bet you good money that there are loads of men hitting up her inbox. But since these men aren't the ones she wants, she acts like they don't exist. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. Outside of that though, since women are super strong and independent these days, why can't she take the initiative and make a move on the type of guy she wants? The next clip we're about to get into is with the woman you saw at the start of this whole video. And trust me, the level of hate for men knows no bounds.
There's nothing else that you take away from my account. I want it to be that I love women. And I only truly, deeply care about women and girls. That is it. When I say that I hate men, I am not being satirical. I'm not using it for comedic relief. I am not doing any of that. I mean it from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I hate them.
Who is this woman?
If I could push a button and eradicate all of them in a second, I would do that. I would do that immediately. I am okay with humanity dying out if it meant there were no more men.
This is so dark.
Because the way that this world functions, the idea that I have about how the world should function is not cohesive with the existence of men. It's not. It's just not. When I was saying all men, I was not joking. Y'all were joking. I was not. I was dead serious. There are no exceptions. There is no special little golden retriever man that I think that should be saved. I don't care who it is. I think they all should be gone. So I think that's where the disconnect is. I hate them for real. I'm not being ironic. I am not like, there's no single exception. I don't care. And even the ones that I could say maybe I have a soft spot for, I know deep down the world would be better off without them. I know the women around them would be better off without them. Like, less misogyny, less patriarchal violence, less all of that. Yeah.
She wants you dead.
I am willing to sacrifice every single man on this earth for the peace and for women and girls to be able to have safe, happy lives where they are not under the watchful eye of their oppressors. That's just me though. Like I'm extreme with this shit. So when you guys get on my account and you're like, but what about them too?
Can you imagine if a man came online and spoke about women like this? He'd be canceled quicker than Lucifer when he fell from grace. Before I even get into my thoughts about this, just look at what some of the women are saying in the comments. Misandrist and proud. I know misandry exists because I exist and I am full of it. Being called a misandrist is actually a compliment to me. You gained a new follower. They're scary, big, dumb, violent animals. People accuse me of misandry as if it's a shameful thing I should fight against. Like, no, I will stand loud and proud as a misandrist until I take my last breath. Pretty much all the comments read like this, and these will be the same people who will stand on the mountaintop and cry about misogyny. This level of hostility is super radical and reeks of unchecked entitlement and a lack of accountability. I can't imagine any social media platform allowing the most extreme incel to come online and talk about women like this and not suffer any consequences for it, so this is just wild to me. While there are a lot of people online expressing their frustrations about the dating game, and maybe even the opposite gender, what we're seeing here is full-on hate, a warped, one-sided view of reality. The world is much more complex and nuanced than man bad, woman good. And the fact is, everyone's played a role in the world becoming what it is today, for better or worse. I don't know what else I can say about this video that you guys aren't already thinking, but let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments.